extracurricular activities open kids' minds to new interests. They help build skills outside of the classroom, they provide a productive break from study, and they open new social opportunities to grow a community. Activity Hero is a one-stop shop for parents to find activities for all their kids. From art and music to coding and science, chess and Lego, there is something for every interest and every age. Whether your kids are middle school after-school pros, high schoolers building their resumes, or little kids who are newbie campers, we're here to guide you through the many options of out-of-school activities. To get started, visit ActivityHero.com. Once you have signed up, you can start with an activity type that might work best for your kid. In person, to find nearby camps and classes, live online if you need to stay at home, or perhaps on demand for activities your kid can do independently at their own convenience. Browse, book, and manage activities on Activity Hero. In this episode, we will talk about science camps. From the variety of STEM topics to the terrific skill sets that your kids can learn from attending science camp. Joining us today is Nina Conway from Destination Science, a leading STEM camp provider for elementary school kids. We love Destination Science on Activity Hero because they believe science is a way of thinking. When we know how to do science, we know how to be creative, critical, and organized thinkers and problem solvers. Parents love Destination Science's fun-filled programs that make positive and powerful differences in their children. Their programs are meticulously designed to use fun science as a tool to grow terrific skills in everyday life, including persistence, cooperation, creativity, and especially curiosity. You can check out Destination Science's current summer camp offerings on ActivityHero.com. And now here's Nicole, our Activity Hero team member, and Nina from Destination Science to talk about science camps.
We'll just start at the top. What exactly does STEM include when referring to kids' camps and classes?
So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And so kids are naturally curious. STEM is a great opportunity for them to use that curiosity to ask questions, problem solve, build things, just get engaged in the world around them.
Awesome. So how does a science camp differ from, an academic science class at school?
Science camp is geared towards fun. So it's summer. We want kids to build things, interact with things. Everything we do is make and take. And so here's an example of a project that's really fun. So the kids will be building a roller coaster and they learn all the science behind it. So the project starts out looking like this when they get it. Everybody gets a supply kit and they learn all about force and gravity and gears, motors, simple machines. So we have the ability to provide supplies. We pretty much scour all over the world to find the best supplies that kids will really get interested in that will engage them. And then we turn these really fun science supplies, toys into science lessons. So each day they build on it and they get to learn about it. And that's where it makes it really fun for the kids because it's individual activities, whereas at school there might be more teacher demonstration. This is actually every kid gets their own project and they get to keep what they make.
That's awesome. Making science fun. So what is a good place to start if your child has never attended science camp, but you're watching these videos and you think, oh wow, building a roller coaster, that's a great idea. Like where do you if they've never attended a science camp before, where would you recommend they start?
Well, we have 4 topics that over the past 15 or more years, we just know that kids love. These are the popular topics. So we've got our robots camp, our roller coaster camp, space camp, and some kind of inventors, science makers camp. And so it really depends on the interest of your child. So you look at, if they're really into robotics technology, then they want to jump in that direction. If they're all about space and what NASA is up to right now, our curriculum is updated we really do a lot of research on what's new today with all the basic science concepts that they learn at school. So basically they learn science, every year at school. And what we do is we take all these different science concepts that they've learned at school and we turn them into fun science projects that they get to make. So the kids don't even know that they're learning at science camp. It's just a part of, having fun.
So why, do you believe that, science camps are important? Like taking that science concept out of the classroom, what's your passion at Destination Science? Why do you think it's so important?
Well, our mission is to get kids excited about science at a really young age so that when they get to middle school science and high school science, they're not intimidated by it. They've associated that science is fun. And so we want them to do more science, to be involved with the science fair, to already have like a bag of tricks that they've done at camp in the back of their head and something that they might want to explore more, something that they did, in third grade or as a kindergartner and said, maybe that's something that I can do, as a project in junior high or high school. So we're just planting the seed at a really young age and hoping that seed will sprout into something more, in junior high, high school, and even as a career as they grow up.
So for kids that, come to Destination Science and, really, have that spark of love of science, for parents' knowledge, like what kind of future careers could these, foundational principles lead to?
Well, some of our kids have been in our program years ago when they first started. And as they've grown up, they've done our program multiple years in a row. And they've become what we call Leaders in Training, or LIT program. So once they get to junior high and high school, they can come back and help the younger kids build their projects and learn and get excited. And it's a really great program because the kids see, someone that's not that much older than them, really excited about science. They're also involved with, playing games with kids. And then these kids have applied to go to college and have asked for references, from us. And a lot of them are, going for the engineering degrees and just the fact that they're college bound, we're just like so excited that we're a part of that process. And, from there, it's just the world is open to them, whatever they want to do, from being a scientist to a teacher to our mission is to get kids excited about science, but the other half of the mission is to build terrific life skills. And what that means to us is to, camp is so much more than just the science. It's how to work together, how to be a friend, how to share, what to do when you get frustrated when you're building something, how to give a hand, how to be involved with others. So we really go through, the word terrific stands for different things like being trustworthy and being responsible. And so we realize that camp is so much more than just the science. And so that's why we included two parts to our mission: to get kids excited about science and then to build the terrific life skills, which is, beyond what a career is. It's really, who you are as a person.
That's great. So at Destination Science, what you mentioned, robotics and adventure and maker camps, what are some of your most popular, science camps at Destination Science?
Well, all camps are for any kid who likes to DIY. Do it yourself, build it yourself. So it really varies. Our topics are, they do not spike too much. So it's very even enrollment across the board. It really is about what their interest is, that year. Like some kids may really be into space one year and the next year they really get into robotics. So it's really, kind of tuning in. And if you're not sure, then I would probably start like your very first year, maybe start with a makers camp. And that's kind of the basics, but really all camps, it really depends on their interest.
That's great. So and this question has come up some for us and it's not on the list. So, but when kids are enrolling in camps and they're, trying to, or parents often, enroll multiple weeks in a camp, especially for, summer 2021. They might want to just kind of keep it consistent. So for Destination Science, with your camp enrollments, do you recommend doing like a different type of camp each week, or, will they be, building on skills, or, starting with a lower robotics and building to a, more advanced robotics? What do you recommend for parents who want to enroll multiple weeks?
Most parents sign up for 1 to 2 weeks, and what typically happens is they love it so much that they sign up for more. So if you're a first-time parent, you go in there and you try it out, and usually the kids love it so much that they want to do more. We have a lot of repeat campers from year to year and also from week to week.
Awesome. So at Destination Science, you talked about, terrific life skills. Is there anything else that you want to say about, what's your formula for success, and why you believe, your camps have been so successful, both, in-person camps, but, your online programs too?
I think our success lies in our aha moments. There's at camp when you see your roller coaster turn on, and it's not a competitive environment at all. It's every child will succeed. And so it really is for every child out there, whether they're into science or not, if they're into engaging and having fun and just like growing your brain in the summer, keeping your brain going, how important it is to exercise your brain and your body throughout those summer weeks. And it's amazing when the kids go, they were like, it works, it turned on, or, I fixed it, I solved it. And those are the moments that our teachers live for. And the moments that it's so exciting when parents come and pick them up and they get to share that big science word that they learned, that day, or do that experiment and see if their parents can do it. So we really want the kids to not only learn, but share it with their families and teach their parents what they've learned at camp. So we really encourage that. And with all of our lessons, we have closure. So the time to like regroup and look at what we've done for the day, and, how are we going to pass that on to our friends and our family and share it with our parents.
Awesome.
So our camps, we have 4 different camp topics. So you can sign up for 1 week or you can sign up for more. This summer in Northern California, we may have to abide by some of the CDC guidelines and have multiple weeks going on, but we're not quite sure what that's going to look like this summer. But our typical traditional camp has 3 science stations in a day, and kids check in around 9 o'clock, and then we finish camp around 3 o'clock. And so during the science station, some science stations are build projects like the one that I showed you earlier with the roller coaster. And then some science stations are just 1-hour projects, like this is the bubble machine. So the kids learn all about bubbles, bubbleology and bubble skin and how to make bubble juice, and they get to keep the 1-hour project. We try to hit all areas of science. So this is our human anatomy lesson. It's a puzzle. And so they get to learn all about digestion. And so when they come to camp, we have 3 science stations a day, and then we have breaks in between where we play games. And the games are just designed to get kids up and moving and running and really interactive. And all of our lessons have an engaging introduction, get kids, excited about what the lesson's going to be about, and it's going to have that camper connection where they get to know each other a little bit better. And then, of course, the closure at the end of the day.
For families who may be watching this on social media and may not have a Destination Science, camp available in their area, what would you, what kind of, advice would you share, and, how to find and how to find a good STEM camp, and, what to look for when they're researching STEM camps?
Mm-hmm. So this summer, we're going to do both online camp and in-person camps, and that's been the fun thing about being online is we've had kids from all over the country that have not been able to access our in-person camps. And for those families who are not quite ready to send their kids out there yet, we're going to do mostly online in June, and then in-persons in July. It's just a simple search of science camps near me, and see what pops up. Just really knowing what the mission statement is for that company, and hopefully they have some pictures on there and a description of their daily schedule. And I think that once you understand how the daily schedule breaks down, then it gives you an idea of what you're purchasing.
Great.
No, we hope to see kids this summer at our in-person camp. We're super excited. We're reaching out to our facilities right now and hoping for a positive response, and we're ready to go both in person and online. And that's what we've been about for the past year with, dealing with COVID and all the changes, is that we're trying to meet the needs of the customer, trying to, we're all moms too. And so like, what does a family need right now? And so we're trying to give both options to try to meet the needs of our customers.
To find the right summer camp for your child, visit us at activityhero.com.